Hi guys, that's Zoka. I'm back with my dry lips and I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with them. Hi, how are you all doing? Yes, I'm back. I promised that I'm going to come and this time we're going to talk. I'm going to tell you a story, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I will wait very patiently. If anyone is here already, can you please confirm if you can hear? Likes. Okay, so I'm getting likes. That means that somebody can hear me. Hey, Brooke. Good. Yes, I needed you to be here. Thank you for coming over, by the way. Kudai hi. So, I'm going to kill time. The next minute, Chibo Moresana and all that. So, you guys, I've got dry lips. I've tried. Those who were here before, they saw me with a tub of Vaseline. Apparently, it doesn't work with me as well either. So I haven't still find something that works for me. I think winter doesn't work for me. So I'm going to be somewhere sunny very soon. And then I can get it back. My butter chair, good. That's a butter chair. I've got a feel-good story. Those who know it already, I'm sorry, maybe you might actually get annoyed by it. But those who don't know it, you'll be glad that you heard it. I think I felt like I should share that story again on my own platform so that other people can come and refer to it. See this Miye Tani Deep what's up Eddie, what's up Caroline Masizi Chinge Mwanza, what's up Eddie kuda kwashe mfusile Deep Rico Deep kuzaigeze, what's up Edgar TC, what's up Deep hi right, you're right guys, ndinenya nakiza but no, might be a little bit sad. Takwanita Z Deep right, share please my love. Okay, right, yeah, I'm fine, 13 people, it's okay, I'll get on with it. So, here's my story, right? So, I've shared this story before on Zimba Live, and their topic was Kusnamaya Kuyendwe. And I just thought, you know what? Let me share this story because it happened to me. It's my past. It is part of who I am, and I oh my God! There's my cousin. By the way, I'm trying to pay attention. That's my cousin Faith Mlambo. Is my cousin. Our parents are siblings. There she is. Hello, Kazi. Right. Right, so I shared that story before, but now I want to share it on my own platform as well. And I'm going to try to pin it up so that you can stay and other people can see and hear it. Right? Right. Many years ago, when I came to the UK. My son is 11 and was born here in the UK. So you guys can do the maths, right? For those who are going to get annoyed with me smacking my lips, I need you to know that my lips are so dry. Somebody laughed at me before for having a whole tub of Vaseline. It didn't work out. It didn't help. It actually did more harm than good. So I'll do the good old licking because it's helped me. It's worked for me in the past. It's a foolproof idea. Right. So many years ago, my son is 11. He was born in the UK. So I've been here for quite some time now. So I used to have a boyfriend that I was dating at the time, and I thought he was a right person. I thought he was a nice guy. And from the time I was very young, those people who know me from Zvarasekwa, from the ghetto, they will testify to you that I was never the kind of girl who take an date a boy, he doesn't go to my house, whatever. No. I remember there's a boy when I got dated that I didn't allow that boy to hit on me before he went to tell my family that he likes me. I was that kind of girl. So I would make sure you go to my family, they know that you like me. And if he asked me to Andy, can I go stadium, Kumango, say in August, spending my show and all of that, I would tell him straight, if you want to take me out and your intentions are right, why can't you tell my family that you want to take me out? So I've always been that person. So I came with that mentality over here to the UK. So I met this guy. He was handsome. He was lovely. And we got along very well. And like the same thing, he said he liked me. So I made sure that my family knew of him. And he used to be able to travel and I couldn't travel. He had papers. I didn't have papers. Because my journey was a bit longer than his. Because when I came here, I was just over 19, almost turning 20. And I enrolled in college just like everybody else. And the plan was for me to then go into college and renew my paper college, can visa, then keep studying and doing all these things. Oh, happy Sunday to you, Richard. Keep studying and doing all these things. So by all means, I tried what I had been told that was working for other people. But unfortunately, I was one of those people that even though I tried to apply, I didn't get them. Other people got them. So I was in a unique situation where I had a boyfriend who had papers, but I didn't have them. But I was working anyway. I had a job. It wasn't like now where like everything is so computerized. You get somewhere, they just want your biometric card and they just put everything in the computer and everything flashes there. Kudala where you go no and the passport and do whatever you need to do. Anyway, so I'm dating this guy. He used to go home and visit my family as well. Hello, hey day. I still visited our family and everything. It was all very normal. It was all very formal. So I was comfortable with the relationship. Then one time, then I found myself pregnant, right? So, so excited. I was happy. I wasn't sad. I didn't even think about, let me get rid of the baby or whatever. No. I'm the kind of person who's always rolled with the punches from the time I was a young girl. So there wasn't two ways about it. I was going to keep this baby, right? So on the day that I was going to tell him that I was pregnant, I then found out that somebody else was pregnant for him. Right? I found it through a friend who was related to him. No, related to his somebody. Anyway, their family friend, right? So obviously the guy comes. I think he must have known that I had found out. So he came with a little engagement ring. It was in this velvet case. No, my case I know any ring. I don't think you didn't say what kind of man. You don't find my unique names. My case velvet, so you need a ring. She didn't touch a rose, so she case very quite looking quite romantic and everything. And she knows the cheese. My case you my ring. Do you say one was in and like how any ring and then proposed. Obviously the answer was a no, because I knew Kutichi Angari was cheating and whatever, right? So I was over with the relationship, even though I didn't know what I was going to do next. Now I have a family member who was very close to me, who died of, what's a ring box? Oh, thank you. I didn't want to say something that I don't know. Miss Purple, what's up? It's like anyway, he proposes, right, with his ring. A ring box. Thank you, guys. He proposes with his ring. The answer was an obvious no. I wasn't good. There was nothing to think about, right? So I just told him, no, I can't marry you. I just found out that, this is what you do. You're cheating. You've got a child on the way. And then who died of AIDS when I was a little girl. But before Amayangu Yafa, I can't do it. AIDS because I loved, right? I loved blindly. So iwe with someone and did same scanner and did you to wait any choice that brings harm to you just because you love somebody. Because when somebody loves you, they should never put you in harm's way. Just for example, this person put me in harm's way intimately. So you don't allow anybody to do this to you. And because I loved this family member of mine very dearly, I mean, I identify with her so much. Like if a photo of her was next to myself, you would think that it's me. I loved her. She was amazing. And she was one of those really good people that would have made the world a better place as well. She was that person. So when this happened and I found out, okay, I'm pregnant and this guy is expecting a child from somebody else, there was not going to be any compromise. It was just going to be that I will figure it out by myself, but you're not going to be the guy for me. So anyway, he thinks, it's hormones speaking. You're going to figure it out. We'll talk. I don't think he took it very seriously, right? My people feel like they're demigods. I didn't get it, right? I just thought, we had a normal relationship. I didn't think that my people made him feel like he was better than me, or that I should have been looking up to him, or rather I should have been like considering with my paper, or we should stay together because of that. So anyway, I moved on. I'm busy being great. Then I remembered, you know what? Like if you're dating someone and you sleep over at theirs, you when you spend time together and the vice versa, you tend to have your stuff at their place and their stuff is at your place. It's always like that, right? So I decided to go. I called him with Anche on a Saturday. Then he says to me, actually, no, don't come on a Saturday because on Saturday. Divided, but you can come Zimbabwean. You can come Saturday night, and then because Ndukushanda night, and then when I come the next morning, I would drop you off before I go to sleep, right? And I was like, you don't have to drop me off. I can take the train. And I was like, I'll take the train station before you go to sleep. So you just come over, right? So I'm pregnant, and I'm just thinking I'm the mother of his child. I did not think any of it, by the way. I didn't think anything but the fact that, oh my God, we can be mature. Because I trusted in the friendship that we had, right? when I'm with somebody, I build a friendship. So I trusted that the friendship that we had is what was speaking. But I didn't think of all these things. Don't ask me, guys. I didn't think of it. So anyway, Saturday, go over to his place. I got there when he was almost going to work, because I can't do that. I won't mention names at all. But just knock on his door. He will give you the keys to my place, and then you can stay, whatever. Cool. So when I got there, actually, angasipo. Yeah, angasipo. Angakutobuda. And I come on out to the pants. So I just waved and said, oh, I left the keys and whatever. And I left some food if you want to cook or order whatever is on me. But anyway, semantics, right? I get into the house and I sleep like the night, right? He comes back in the morning and he says to me, oh, I've just had a really long shift. Do you mind if I sleep, right? And then I'll take you. I was like, no, it's okay, because it's just the train station. Manje, I'm going to explain this. My trains at a certain time. So it wasn't all the time that you'd be able to take a train. And because it was a weekend, it was a Sunday as well, the trains were going to stop like much, much earlier than normal. So he then said to me, oh, don't worry about my trains, because he had just moved there. By the way, he had actually gotten the new job during the breakup. That's when he got the new job, and he just moved there. So anyway, I tried to wake him up, and he says to me, you know what, Miye, don't worry about nothing. You're carrying my child, Miye. You're my baby mom. Like, as if I won't take you there. I will take you there. Don't worry about it, right? I'm trusting in our friendship, so I'm not fronting at all, right? He then wakes up in enough time for me to not be able to access public transport, by the way, because I was in a train. And he said to me, you know what, I will take you. Cool. We get into the car. So now, when he woke up, he's asking now these questions like, are you sure you want to break up? Are you sure this is what you want? Because by the way, do you know, as a man, I never intend for my children. It's not going to be something that I want for my child. So you really need to think about this, and you really need to make sure that, you consider all the options and what have you, right? So I say to him, you know what? I'm adamant. I don't want any of it. I think I'm done. We will have to figure out how to be parents. And if you need some time to get over this relationship before you jump into being a parent, you've got that right, because at the end of the day, I was running number. I have to get on with what's going on right now. Like, maybe it sucks, the whole relationship thing, but I don't have enough time to worry about the relationship and the pregnancy at the same time. I'm a mom now, so I have to worry about my child. I can't deal with all of this. It's a lot. The bandit, number 0 to do basari. It was a mental health nurse. He just qualified as a mental health nurse. So number 1 to basari. Then I just wondered, oh, why are you asking me what job you do? The bandit, I can stop anywhere, and I can tell them my symptoms is so, and they will section you under the Mental Health Act. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know what it meant at all. Then I was just like, oh, stop messing about. I need to get home in time. Do not without washing. I have to go to work tomorrow and whatever. Dude pulls up. It pulls into a police station right while we're talking about that. Right. I did not realize that it was a police station until I realized that it turned, because we're supposed to hit the motorway, right, to go where I lived. So he pulls into a police station, and he goes, oh, get out of the car. You ever had the moment where you're talking to somebody, right? And you do not really take in your surroundings until something is said that it hits you like, boom. I am actually at the police station. What the fuck? Sorry. I'll take back that language, right? He goes, get out of the car. I get out of the car. He says, follow me, or I'm just going to tell them. And if you act up, to section or worse. So, tapindachi, police station me amyandite. So what's up? What can we do for you? Are you okay? Is everything all right? Now I'm just thinking, fuck. Sorry, you're going to have to forgive some of my language here. I'm just thinking, what? What can he say about me? He then turns around and he says, oh, nothing, officer. I'll come back, right? Come on, let's go. I'll come back. That's when I left with him. That's when I just thought, shoot. This guy, whatever he was going to do, was going to give attention to me and the paper. For that moment, I then realized how vulnerable I was, right? So we get into the car, and then he says, so I hope this is giving you sense now to really think about Shaurukita. You are so naive, me. You're so stupid. You no fungo even just because muna chita ka one. You are auto manya manya. What's so special about you anyway? I told you I'm sorry. And why are you acting up anyway? And you know the other girl is what she just didn't even mean that much as well. You should figure out. I've always seen your family when I go to Zimbabwe. Do you family and you before you were a family already? Why are you doing this and this and that and that and that and that? So he starts having a go with me, right? So I say to him, listen. Chose a tower and the relationship. Then he's like, no, we don't what if I can't have you, nobody else will get out of my car. So that time we're on the motorway. He just pulled up on a bay. Then he tells me, get the fuck out of my car. In those kind of words as well. So I'm just thinking, he's joking. I was like, stop playing, right? He's like, no, get out now. So he kicks me out of the car, right? Because it's happening so fast and he knew what he was doing. He just drove off. I didn't have a phone on me. I didn't have my bag. I'm on the side of the motorway. And it was like one of them, like 6 lanes kind of thing. Actually, I can see your comments. I can see you adding me. And I hope that you kind of respect that I am just sharing my story right now. I will give you the attention that you need, but not right now. Can you just give me a moment, right? So I'm looking around me. All these cars are going past me. But there is no sign of life at all, right? And at that time I was small. I was like size 6'8", so you couldn't even see me as well, right? From like most motorists couldn't see me. You could tell that they could just see me is the moment they're going past me, right? So I look around and I saw this tower at my gate. Then I just thought, you know what? There must be life there, right? It must be like an electric plant. But the only way I could get there was to cross the motorway, right? So it had 3 lanes the other way and 3 lanes the other way. So that's 6 lanes that I had to cross. And I don't know which guardian angel was with me. I don't know what happened there, but I did cross the 6 lanes by myself with my belly. And you know, like in the middle of the lanes, and it's confronting my barriers and jumping over them as well with my stomach and my belly, right? I crossed over, I went over, plantation, and then I realized company barbed wire. And at a moment I even considered, can I pay my copper wire? I'm not going to get party so protect that you got better barbed wire and you actually get electrocuted. But I just thought, you know what? It's either I do that or I die here because nobody's going to find me here. So I have to do what I have to do. Anyway, go to the barbed wire with my little belly. It was secure, it was safe. There was no scratches at all. I managed to get through. And I just followed the tower because I could just see it, but I just had to follow the tower until I could see some signs of life. Lucky enough, there was this little cabin. So it was just an electricity plant. There wasn't much. There was this little cabin. It had lights and whatever. Got there, and I asked the person, if somebody has just dumped me on the motorway. I didn't get into the story. Then I'm going to make a phone call. Then the person was like, yeah, sure, you can make a phone call. So anyway, you know when you've got a friend, right? I don't know if most people, like when you're much younger, you're good with numbers, you remember numbers. So if you've got a friend, you usually know their number by heart. So I used to know 2 numbers for people by heart at that time. That one friend that I used to contact all the time. And also, hey, digital, what's up? And also this gentleman, this guy that I was dating, that's the 2 numbers I knew. So obviously I couldn't call him because he had dumped me and I don't know what way his mindset was at. So I called my friend. And then my friend was like, oh, it's all right. I'll come and pick you up. But after work, because watching Tango Shanda, need this friend of mine, right? Taito Shanda, it's not my paper. Saga, Tango feel out like we can't do anything wrong at work. Like in this case, he could have just asked for them to release him early. But I think he was also worried. You go on the record, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, these people kindly said to me, oh, okay, you can take a seat, you can wait. And then she also pick what I was like, oh, cool, fine. The moment Chango got up, I said, I don't think it was long. I started to hear a helicopter, right? I started to hear a helicopter above my head. So, I wasn't really that person who was so aware with my Buddhism and my helicopter stuff because I was busy like with my life, which was so intense, right? So I didn't know. And then Vapaya defended him. Vapaya ring. There was like 3 police cars that came. And when they came, they just came and asked me to identify myself. I was like, yeah, it's me. She can say, okay, can you get up, please? And I got up. The moment I got up, this other woman just started crying. This police woman starts crying. She bawls her eyes out. She goes to me, oh my God, you are the same age as my daughter. Like, I know you're not crazy. All this thing that I've been said about you, this person is so wicked. How could they do this to you? She's shaking, she's crying. And I'm just thinking, oh, that's the moment I realized, now I know what sectioning is. It must have something to do with the police. So then she says to me, come with us. So I went with them. And then she's still crying. So her colleague as well is crying, but this one is a mess, right? Because one of them are in twos. And then she says to me, you know what? By law, I have to put you in handcuffs, right? Because of the report that was made for you. But I know you're not crazy. And I'll never forgive myself. This is one of the reasons why I don't like doing my job when I get moments like this. But I hope she apologized for putting handcuffs on me. And I say to her, listen, you do what you need to do because that's your job. That is your job. I am not taking this personal. Just do what you have to do, right? She put me in handcuffs and she put me in the back of the car and she drove off with me. So those who are working with me, remember, I'm pregnant. I've got no papers. I just dumped a guy who's cheated on me because, he's not just me, somebody else as well. He throws his toys out of the pram because I refuse to take him back. Kicks me out on the motorway. I end up crossing the motorway to electric plant. When I get there, police come to pick me up. So at this point now, for those who joined me, I'm just doing it for you guys. I'm in the police van. So remember, mind you, I told you, we left late because the time that we left, there wasn't any trains. So he took advantage of it that there wouldn't be any public transport. So he would have to be the one that drops me off, right? Anyway, for those who would say, oh, why didn't you have your own car? I wouldn't have had my own car because I didn't have no papers, which means I wouldn't have had no driving license. So work with me here. So I'm in the police van. I'm taken to the police station. We get there. They're whispering. I don't know what's going on, right? But now I'm just thinking, shit. Because you guys know that pregnancy is a very scary thing, right? Pregnancy is a very scary thing back home, right? So, I did not know that had I mentioned that I was pregnant, things would have turned out completely differently at that time. But I didn't mention it because I thought maybe it was actually going to be something that would be used against me. Considering that our community as well, I don't know if people have changed, but by then, when I was pregnant, right, my announcement of pregnancy, everybody knowing about pregnancy, I lost a lot of people. People just didn't want to know me, okay? Right? People just didn't want to know me. Even the adults. My mother lived here in the UK. She helped a lot of people. She brought a lot of people here to the UK, right? But none of those people felt like even calling me, so nobody, right? So then they say to me, look, we have to, what do you call, when they swat you and they take your everything and take your clothes and whatever, right? They say, we have to look into you. We also have to put you in a cell. We've been told that you are suicidal. So we're going to put you in a suicide watch cell, right? Because that's what we've been told. And we can't let you go anywhere because we have to converse with the Home Office and be clear on your status and who you are. So you are going to have to spend the night. Then I just thought, right. I'm going to have to spend the night here, I suppose. Brace yourself, girl. You're not going nowhere. So they gave me this outfit thing, right? Where there's no way you could kill yourself in it. Because I was on suicide watch, right? They gave me this outfit. I did not mention to them that I was pregnant. And I was hungry, okay? And you know the hunger your pregnancy. But this whole time now I'm just thinking, oh my God, what the hell? What's going to happen to me? So anyway, they put me in the cell. And after a few, I don't know, because I didn't have my time. I didn't ever watch everything, right? Sorry, how old was I then? Oh, it's a good question. Then I was 20. Going on 21 because when my son was born 2 months after I turned 20, 2 months before I turned 21, so I was 20. So they put me in this police cell and then they come back later. I don't know how long it was before they came back and said to me, look, we believe that this whole thing is absurd. We know that we believe that you are not suicidal at all. Whoever has done this to you is only done it for some reason. They're just being bitter, and we can't really do this. We can't watch you in there because the suicide watch cell, I don't know if it's changed now for those who know about this, but it's really warm. Like a police cell is just warm, right? It's really warm. So there's lights everywhere and there's cameras to every angle. So if you need privacy, like, having relieving yourself and stuff, they actually come and put this partition wall, and then they take it off afterwards. So anyway, they decide, you know what, we're going to move you from this, we're going to put you in a normal cell. Now at this time, they're now saying to me, what has happened to you is so unfortunate, it's so not fair, we're going to put you in this, we'll give you whatever you need to be comfortable, but you can be as comfortable as you can be in a police cell. It's not going to be like 5-star or anything like that, but we're going to make you as comfortable as you can be, right? Oh, my son is 11 now, very handsome 11-year-old. I'm sure some other people say, I know I'm saying he's my son, but he's really, really pretty good looking, very lovely as well. He's lovely from the inside, outside. He's a little gentleman. If those who know my son can testify to that. He's amazing. He's a better person than I am. Okay, he's probably the best human being I know. So then so I'm in the police cell now at this time, right? They started bringing me blankets. They did everything that they could. I don't know if things have changed now, but by then they didn't have pillows as well, because I think people used to them suffocate or whatever. So they gave me what they could give me, right? So they gave me blankets. They did all that. Then they asked me if I wanted some food, right? Then I wasn't hungry. And then I'm still scared. So I was starting to feel a bit faint. So I just said, no, it's okay, I'm fine, whatever, right? And then they closed the police door. So the cells, they close like, the bang is like no other, right? But apparently there's a psychology behind it. So apparently they bang the door as a wake-up call to anyone to say, you're naked, right? So they bang that really heavy door. That's the moment, and then it realized, shoot. I mean, any other time I thought should, but in this moment, that's when I just realized, listen, these people could actually have said to me, you can go through the exit door. But no, they have upgraded my cell. So nobody's going nowhere fast. So I then sat down on that police cell bed. It's a concrete bed, by the way. If you guys yes, bed, don't think it's anything special. It's actually it's built on bricks and cement. It's concrete bed. It's nothing special. So I sat down on that bed. And this is what I said. All right. This is the conversation that I had with God. I say to God, Saka mwari, ndosha matongo funga wesh. Bamango tuo iwe zvakumiye, mwana weshirikadzi, zvawakaona sati zvakwana. Inini samwari wako ndichangogara. And I will watch the devil take advantage. I will watch people come and take advantage of you. Ndivamangoti aiwaka ausati watambara zvakakwana iwewe. Inini samwari wako ndakuchibvumidza manje kuti iwewe urare pakarara mondi, pakarara marapist, pakarara vavengi, urare ipapo. Kana wapedza kurara ipapo, wozotongwa nekuda kwokuti iwewe wakapa moyo wako kune mumwe munhu. Imimi mwari makandiudza imimi kuchandichengeta. Ini ndakakura ndichiudzwa kuti muri mwari wenherera. There was never a time that I felt that I was fatherless until now. Saka kana ndichitaura nemi mwari kana ndikutaura nemi sababa vangu. And sababa vangu, dai baba vangu vanga vari pano, I would have looked at him in the eye and told him that you have let me down. Saka ndakuchikuudza imimi mwari samwari wangu kuti nhasi mandirasisa. Today is the day that I have learned that as my God, you could actually let me down. I told God off. I did. I asked him, I said to him, what kind of God are you that would put me in this position and just sit there in heaven doing whatever you want to do? Makangonditarisa mukati ndichakaurisa shirikadzi inonzi Sara nekuti ndiyo yakakubereka. Kana muchindidai mwari amusikuitira inini. Ndine hanzvadzi yangu andopindira chikoro. Mangoti iwewe hauchapindi chikoro. Because sister yako akasarudza kuda munhu. Mvamati kuna mai vangu upenyu hwako hwaperera panapa. Chamuri kunyatsa kundiita kuti inini ndipindire panyaya dzakaita so chii mwari? What goes on through your mind? What kind of God are you? Yet I know kuti you are the kind of God that will let me down. I wouldn't have saved you for so long. Yes, I am pregnant. Maybe yes, fornicating before you get married is a sin. But no sin is greater than the other. So why don't other people get in these positions? Because they've committed sin. Changu chivi chanyanya kukura zvakadii zvekuti imi mwari mandidzikisira mukandisvitsa pano. I told God exactly how I felt. Ndivandati asine kuti muri Mwari wangu, ndiri kungonzwa mumwoyo mangu kuti ndinofanirwa kukunamatai nyange zvaita sei, saka ndichangokunamatai. And at this moment ndoda kuti Mwari muzvizive kuti handisi kukunamatai nokuti ndinokutembai. Ndoda kuti muzvizive kuti ndikukunamatai nokuti ndakangoudzwa kuti ndikunamatai ndozvandinoziva. Saka it is up to you what you do with me, but I will tell you this prayer that I was taught by my mother and my grandmother. Ndakanamata munamphero unonzi baba vedu vari kudenga. Zita renyika rikudzi kuda kunyika kuitwe panyika sezvazvinoitwa kudenga. Ndakanamata munamato iyoyo ndichiupedza. I don't know what time I finished that prayer, but I went to sleep right away. I slept the whole night and I never woke up, not even one time. Even though I was pregnant and I had a baby sitting on my bladder and stuff, I did not wake up at all. Ndakazomutwa. Munachona kandimutsa kabva nditi ende unorara. Unozviziva here kuti it's 1 o'clock. It's exactly 1 o'clock. From the time you went to sleep, you haven't woken up. Tatombo yakakawanda, but we realized kuti you are so exhausted, so we didn't want to trouble you. And we realized kuti nyaya home office nonetsa kana ukazopikwa, we don't know what hoops they're going to put you through, so we just decided that we would just let you sleep. But are you okay? At that time now, I was shaking because ndangani nzara. I wasn't shaking out of fear. I was shaking because ndangani nzara, and I think my blood sugar was really low. And remember, I'm pregnant. Still, I didn't mention that I'm pregnant because my pregnancy had not been accepted in my community. My own people had made me feel like I've done the worst thing in the world. So I just thought, if my own people cannot accept my pregnancy, how about strangers? Surely this is going to work against me. When I look back, maybe had I mentioned that I was pregnant, maybe I would have been treated differently. But at this moment, I didn't. So they took me out. Hot chocolate. Can you please put 6 sugars? Because 6 in cat or even 7. I had loads of sugar in it because I knew from the back of my mind that my blood sugar is really low, and I could feel that I could just probably collapse anytime. Because I was small as well. I was really tiny body. I was like 6'8", really tiny. So they then take me and they put me in this room, in this interview room. Pandakangopinda interview room ngagara ipapo. Ndivanditaris and ndivanditi. Why? And I looked around, I was like, me? She goes, yes, you. Why? Ndivandati, why what? She goes, why have you done this to yourself? I say, what have I done to myself? She goes, why have you done this? You could tell that maybe, this is what I want to believe. I believe in the divine order of things, right? I do. Those people who see me post, I talk about the divine order of things a lot. Maybe at that moment, that conversation I had had with God, maybe at that moment, right, when my ancestors or whatever, when they were watching these things that were happening to me, something clicked and they sent a father to come and deal with a girl child. I would like to believe that that man has got a daughter. If he doesn't have a daughter, he was raised by a woman. If he wasn't raised by a woman, he must be somebody who is very empathetic. He then says to me, why have you allowed it to go this long? Vanessa, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but can you just be specific with your questions? That's why I can give you specific answers, please. Then he asked me about my paper, and that's couldn't my paper like everybody else. Ndakarambira my questions an undergraduate program, but there's no way I could have been I could hold a degree, university degree. I could be a graduate when I was only 18. So I have tried, but I don't have family. I don't have anyone who can give me my paper or my appeal and stuff. I could have appealed, but I stayed in school. I am in school. I gave him a contact here, college, young and everything. I told him I stayed in school. So everything else I'm doing is right, but you guys denied me papers, and this is your country, so what can I do? If you guys say no, then it's a no. I can't force you guys to actually let me stay. By the way, guys, if the sound becomes funny, it's just because I've taken my earphones out and because my battery is dropping. So then he says to me, then he opens the blinds. I'm getting my blinds and got pass it back. He opens the blinds. He shows me this van. I'm going to my security personnel, van your home office. I'm supposed to come and pick you up so I can deport you. So I can take you to Forest. Tell me, that place. Kunaenda mana ninga detain wana kamera deport wa. You guys know the place. Anyway, I forgot the name. But I was supposed to be taken there to be processed to be deported back to Africa. So they said to me, but I'm not going to do that. I was like, what? Because I'm that person, like, I would ask. Even if somebody says to me, I like you, I'll say, why? Not because I'm saying, oh, you're lying. I will ask. So I was like, what? Why? Why are you letting me stay? And what's going to happen to your job? She can say, I'll figure that out later. At this moment, I just want you to go. I want you to go home. And I was like, what? Yeah, it's the detention center. You're right, Caroline. It's a detention center, but I don't know the name of the detention center. And just what you know, no. What about your job? She can say, don't worry about my job. Listen, do me a favor. They showed me my file. We're in the home office. And they said, do me a favor. Whatever it is, fix it. Don't let anybody ever have this kind of power over you where they use this against you. I personally cannot pick you up. There's something in my spirit that just tells me that this will be the worst thing I do in my career. So before I do that, I'm not going to do it. I will get to my office, I'll say something, but I will not tell them that I've taken you to the detention center because that's not what I'm doing. Please go. You know, sometimes when you watch movies, right? And there's people that torture people, they're like, oh, do this. No, don't. Do this. No, don't, right? I just thought, is this guy messing with me? Am I going to walk to the door? And then he decides, no, actually come back. I changed my mind. I care about my job. So I asked him some more. I was like, are you sure? She goes, yes, I'm sure. You should go. So I left. I went to the counter and they gave me, they already given me my clothes. But I didn't have no wallet on me because remember that guy had drove off with my stuff. So I didn't have no wallet on me. I didn't have no bags on me. Nothing. So, all right. I was just reading comments. Sorry. So they asked me for a phone number. Now I'm too ashamed to tell my friend that Ndarara police cell. So now you guys can figure out which phone number I knew by heart. The number to the same person who brought me here. That's the number I knew. So I gave him a phone call and he showed up like a few minutes after that. I don't know. Maybe to me it felt like a few minutes because I'd already spent a whole night and a bit in the police. So he comes and he picks me up. Now it's an interesting thing, right? He picks me up and he just talks like normal. Hey, what's up? Day put a ball. So I'm going to then. You must be hungry. Do you want to have Nando's? Yeah, I'm feeling Nando's, you know. Should we go and have something to eat? Now, I'm just thinking in my head, this guy has tried to pin something on you. Saka, whatever you say now, be careful. Because then he might actually turn around and say, look, Mariliza Munas no kwana. You know, take it back. So I just keep my cool. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. But I was hungry, to be honest with you guys, right? I told you I was shaking before. So the sugar, I had the sugar rush at the moment. So guys were like, I was hungry, so I ate. You know, we got to Nando's. Dude was talking about random things, by the way, because I know other people are curious what conversation we had in the car, right? This guy was talking about random things, normal things, whatever, you know. There was no acknowledgement of, oh, we did Mapurisa. There was no apology. There was none like that at all. It was just, let's get on with it. So we drove off and we got to Nando's. We were eating. He was doing most of the talking, by the way, right? He was doing most of the talking. I was doing most of the eating because in Dirimu, no, angaine appetite. I was pregnant and I was just telling myself, you know, be slow to speak and quick to listen. So I was very slow to speak. I think we were having those conversations where he was talking a lot, like what most of us girls do most of the time, and I would just answer just so that everything is not awkward because I didn't know if he's going to turn against me again. So anyway, I finished off eating and then he drove me when I was just almost getting home, by the way, I realized that he had my keys in the car when he drove off, when he left me by motorway. It turned out he had taken my bag out of his car. I have a feeling that he took my bag out because my as well, right? Was he a mental health nurse? Because that sounds like he was playing too many. Yes, he was a mental health nurse. Sorry, I think maybe you missed that part or I didn't mention it. He had just qualified as a mental health nurse. So that was his first job. That's when he had taken his first gig, mental health. So he was a mental health nurse, you're right. So I then realized, you know what? I'm going to see my keys, uncle. So he was saying to me, what can I do? So my sister, I got a cool London, I got a Croydon. So he just said, I'll take it to your sisters, and then and then he drove me off at my sister's. Yeah. The last time I saw him was when he had brought my keys. I hope he's not a nigger. What do you mean? I if he's not a nigger. He's a black dude, a Zimbabwean guy. Anyway, that is my story. The rest of the story, I've got a book. I'm writing a book. I am publishing it at the end of February. I should have it on the shelf and mark it. I should start selling it in March. This story and a lot of teachings that come with it, because I've structured my book in a way where I share things and I share the lessons that come with it. So this will be one of the many stories, right, that I have. Believe me, guys, I am 32, but I have got so much things that I have learned. I've got loads of things that I can teach you. Actually, I don't know what you're talking about, but I need to clarify this. This guy was actually from Zimbabwe. Just so I don't know what private conversation you guys are having on the chat. Please allow me to tell my story. I don't like when anybody tries to tell my story. Please don't do that. That gets onto my nerves, because it was my story. It's my story to tell, right? So I've asked if like some mothers who are pregnant, single mothers, can come here or whatever, and or anybody else. Muta, yes, I will do it, honey. So yeah, so I've asked for people to come so I can share this story, because I want you guys to know that no matter what it is that's happening to you or whatever, right? Just be that kind of person that holds on to yourself. Don't give up on what you believe in. Don't let anybody else's position or status or your vulnerability make you buckle down to pressure. Don't bow down to pressure. Don't do it. Right? Understand pressure. Be able to observe when somebody's putting you under pressure. Be able to see when you are winning, right? At that time, in Nini Miye Tani, right? I'm half Shangani and half Swati. My dad's blood is Swati. My mom's blood is Shangani. I grew up speaking Shangani. My name is a Shangani name, right? One of the things that we are as a people is people that value life and value children. So from the moment that I realized that I was pregnant, nothing mattered at all. Not his love mattered, not the society's acceptance of me. I could have easily just said, you know what, let's do this, let's get married, so that people don't look at me like as a single parent. And the time that I became single parent 11 years ago, most people were still coming to the UK, most people were migrating, right? I did not have papers. I could have just said, you know what, because I don't have papers and just got papers, I suppose it makes sense and stuff. I counted my blessing, because I knew that as a woman, being able to carry a child is an honor. All right. Abraham, the father of all creation, his wife cried for a child for 100 years. I was in a position where I was so blessed to have a child without having to cry for one. Right? I was blessed enough to have a child. The Bible talks about Hannah, that she you know what? This woman has cried so much, let me just bless her with a child. There are people that are doing IVF. There are people that cannot have children. So I counted my blessing. Whatever you are going through, whatever your story is, be able to identify your blessing and your power and your honor, because every time there is a story, every time there's a storm, I can tell you that right there in the middle of that storm, there is a calm. Be able to find the center of that storm, be able to find that calm right there in the middle, be able to realize the role that you are playing in your story. Nobody, you can never get, the universe or God or whatever you believe in will not give you a story that doesn't edify your soul. As painful as your story could look, right? As horrible as this situation, the circumstances could look, right? Remember to identify your blessing and sing through it and praise God through it. Like when I was pregnant, right? Even if the world was at loss, because I can guarantee you that whatever anybody said about my pregnancy, there was this young girl, she was 20 years old, she used to hold her head up and she owned it. She owned her body, she owned her stretch marks, she owned her blessing, she owned everything. She identified, she changed her life, she changed everything about herself. She never sold herself short, even as she dated afterwards, after the pregnancy. Even I was picky. I hear people saying, oh, you're so lucky, and to say that is not true. Some people say, oh, you're lucky, or whatever. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Find value. I be able to identify your blessing. I realized that I have a child, but there is somebody who panicked and got rid of a child. So my strength was the fact that I was able to be still and allow God to be God. I allowed God to be God by allowing this child to grow in me and giving this child an opportunity to life. And I was thankful for it. The devil, right, and your enemies are going to try to take your blessing away from you by creating storms around your blessing. Be able to identify when you are being blessed. It's so important to be able to identify that. I knew for sure that I'm a woman and I'm blessed with a son. Do you know how much that makes me a queen? I am a goddess. I am a black woman that has pushed a boy child, even if it was a girl child. But I am a woman that was honored with a protector in the beginning. If I have daughters later in life, I don't know, maybe God is going to bless me with daughters later, but God really, he did me a good one, a solid one. He gave me a boy, he gave me somebody to protect me. He gave me a soldier. And I can tell you right now in my life, my son is 11 years old, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but I entered my life one day and I was licking my lips, and then you saw me drinking juice, orange juice, brought me an orange juice. My son, right, is so protective. He's such a king. He's such a protector that he observes me. And then he can tell my mom when he needs a drink, he'll come and bring a drink. I have a 2-year-old. Sometimes he'll just come and say, Mom, let's go downstairs. I'll look after him. You go and sleep. And he would do everything. If his brother needs to change his pull-up, he would change the pull-up and stuff. I was honored because I was able to identify my blessing. Do not allow anyone to take that blessing away from you. And do not allow yourself to take away your blessing as well. Understand that not everything that comes to you with structure. Some things come to you and everything will be added to that particular blessing, right? Sometimes it's so unconventional. Be able to identify. Don't let the current and the storm take you. Don't ever be desperate. Like my mom used to say to me, never be desperate. And I said it to you guys previously, right? Do not be desperate, because when you're desperate, you become vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, you become gullible. When you become gullible, you can just fall for any and everything, right? Believe that where there is life, there is hope. For as long as you are living, there is a hope, there is tomorrow. Do not change or sell your standards short. Don't sell your standards short. Don't sell yourself short. Do you know how amazing you are? Realize that you are amazing. Realize that the things that happen around you do not make you. The things that are inside you, what you can give, right? Because sometimes we are surrounded by people that bring out the worst in us, that other people are able to just only see the worst that comes out of us and not realize the best in us. So don't ever allow anyone to let you take that away from yourself, or to allow anybody to then look at those highlights of your worst side, or their side that is not so great, your unflattering side. There will be a person that will come and provoke you, and then maybe sometimes you lose it, and then other people will say akafumuka, and then other people will start approaching you as muna akafumuka, or other people will start counting you out. If you want to be seen with a decent person, don't be around that person because I see decent. Don't allow that to happen to you. Be able to identify your blessing. Be able to identify when God is honoring you. Sometimes we have to be pulled right down to be picked right up. Right? What's the book? What was the title of the book? I have a book, right? Like I said, I'm publishing it in February. I'll start selling it in March. I'm going through different kinds of titles. I don't even know. I'm not sure what title I'll go with, right? But it's going to be such a good book. Not because it's my book, but it's going to be a good book because it's real. I'm going to share with you stories that are real, things that I know of. I never talk about things that I don't know about. I never ever do that. I always talk about things that I know. So the book is going to be good. It's going to be a book that you can read to your children, that your daughters can read, that your sons, your nephews, your brothers, your uncles, your cousins can read. But more than anything, right? Oh, big up to this girl. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love, by the way, guys. I can see the love. I can see the likes. I'm somebody who really talks a lot. I'm sure. You have, guys, you've noticed that already, you know. But yes, I'm so glad that you guys came. Right? And I'm so glad that I could tell you my story on my platform. I am going to keep this on here, by the way, so that if anyone wants to watch it, I was going to leave Facebook and stuff, but I suppose I would probably just ignore my Facebook so I can concentrate on the things that I need to concentrate on. But I'll leave it here so that if you guys want to revisit and watch the story, if anyone wants to watch it from the start to the end, please feel free to do so. But thank you. If anyone wants to call me as well, I've been seeing when I was telling the story, and I can't see anybody now. If anybody wants me to add them, please let me know now, or I will just say my last few words and then go. Right. So now going back to what the story I was sharing, right? I learned as well that it is good to have something. That's an audio book. No, I can't make it an audio book because I've got an accent. So I'm worried that the way I speak from when I was, you know, when I talk to other people as well, you know, hi Kuda, like when I talk to other people, they struggle to hear me, to hear what I'm saying because of my accent. So if I turn it into an audio book, I'm going to have to ask somebody to do the recordings for me. But it's a good idea, actually. My mentor, who's written quite a few books in the past, was also suggesting that I make it into an audiobook. So definitely it is on the table. It's all about the funds as well, being able to raise enough funds to turn it into an audiobook. It'll be so good. Come to me, we can write the second book together. So yes, guys, I've seen your comments as well. I was going to read them, but they were like really like flying in, and I was in my zone as well. So, you know, like I said, you know, get to know people. First of all, get to know people. You know, other people might just look and say, oh yeah, she's a mom of 2 and whatever, you know, but you don't know me. You don't know how I got my children. Some people might look and say, oh, you know what, she looks like she's really happy and she's got her life. You know, I think we say to my single mother. Guess what? I was a single mom too. So I suppose, like, you know, there's one thing you didn't know, right? And there's nothing so scary about that, by the way. So identify your blessing. Don't let anybody take your blessing away by throwing a storm your way. You know, and they spoil the rain. So the moment it starts raining, you're worried that lightning is going to strike me. But rain is a good thing, right? Because and stuff. So, but that person will take away the good thing, you know, because I think what just strike at any other time. So don't allow these people that threaten to throw many your way to take away your rain, your much needed rain, or your much needed harvest. So whatever you do, identify your strength within your story. Okay, I believe in a divine order of things, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and whatever it is that we want, we can get it. Don't be conniving, don't be calculating. Allow life to happen. Just be the best version of yourself possible, right? Just live your best life, and everything else will come together. Give your time, by the way. Giving is such a good thing as well. Give your time, give your resources, give you a listening ear. Do something that edifies you, because you know, like this blessing thing, I think it happens like banking, right? Whatever you put in is what you get out. Don't just be empty and not put anything in and expect everything to work out for you, right? So yes, I saw people wanted me to add them, guys. Who was it? Again, I'm going to ask for the last time. If you want me to add you, then I'll add you. And to give us 5, me and Ed, we are still trying to pull together, because that was quite emotional. Was it emotional? You know, I promised myself that I will tell this story until I get to a time where I don't cry when I tell it. Because to me, it is a testimony. To me, It is a very empowering story. It's an empowerment. It is a story that puts together love, faith, strength, vulnerability. It incorporates every little thing. So to me, it's not a sad story. But every time I used to tell it, hey son, what's up? Thank you, son. um, to me, it is a story that I'm glad that I've got to a place where I can tell it without having tears in my eyes or crying about it. You know, I embrace my broken road. I embrace my broken road. Had I not walked in that really broken road, would I have been able to come here and tell you this story? I'm sure there's one or two people that really identify with this story, or that are looking at it and just thinking,
Hello.
hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah. Well, anyway, ndangwezva nguti ndingokudza chete short chete chinhu pane zvinhu zvawataura. So I'm going to be really quick. Pane pawataura kuti well, you're not going to do an audio book because of your accent, this and that. Well, I think your accent is all right. Ona. Plus chika wakaita audio ka uchiita uriwe iwewe. You'll be speaking from the heart. Zvinoita chiremerera, so it's just different pane zvakazoverengwa nemumwe munhu. Unogera? Because inenge iri touch yako, it's your story. Unaona? Kune munhu anenge achida kunzwa checheka akateerera ka. Like fanga kana kuti varungu. Chirungu chatinotaura chisinga understand nevarungu. Nyangwe kachityora sei vanochinzwa. Varidzi vachona. Isusu tinonzwanana isusu pachezvedu. So I think it will be perfect, yeah. Considering everything that you've been saying, this is exactly reason why you should do it yourself.
Thank you.
Get what I mean?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I think it will be perfect, to be brilliant. Like do it yourself. Yeah, yeah. And for now, I'm going to break Mbichana.
Oh, thank you. And by the way, I am so honored that you listened to my story. By the way, thank you so much. I shared the story with two people in mind, and also I shared it. You know what? I shared it on a different platform, and I've never shared it on mine, and it's one of my highlight stories. So thank you. Honestly, humbled that you actually came, and also asked me to call you. Amazing.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. Me, I thank you for like opening up. I've heard zvangu mangoma incidents. Evanhu vakaenda slightly zviri close kwauri unoziva nezvawakaita izvozvo, and ndonyatsoziva zvangu type yevanhu vachona vanozviita nevakazviita nemareasons avaizviitira. So I do understand. Here you are, like yese zvangositaura izvozvo. So, but I think you are an amazing female. You've managed to beat that, and now you can talk about it. You can smile about it. You know, honor. And what's chikuruga to be able to talk about it, because once you can talk about it, means that you've got over it. Honor. Saga, good on you. Well done. Keep your head up, baby girl. Honor. Keep your head up. And keep sharing your story with people, because because right now you're a good role model, you're an inspiration. Uri inspire vanhu vakawanda, so pane vamwe vanhu vanototya kuita speak out but vakaendochika mamwe ma-incidents ari a bit close kune ako wakaita zvinotovasimbisa izvozvo nyangwe mu-underground imomo. Yeah.
Thank
so you. Good on you, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know. Okay, airibo. Alright, airibo rega ndiregere kupedza time kuitira kuti ukwanise kuedhawo vamwe vanhu handizvo. Salute. Atokusalute aisi.
Thank you.
And it's alright, Bo. Take care.
Thank you.
Sharp. Alright, sharp. Bye. Salute.
I can't drop you. I think you had
to
work.
Okay, let me try and drop.
Freezer. So if you can drop yourself. All right.
Yeah.
that working? Right. I think right. A bit longer. I don't know what happens. My phone just freezes. Oh my god, that was nice. Thank you. And sometimes funga like that because in the ancient go fungwati. In a young down. I love my story. I don't even resent it at all. I love my story because had I not walked into through that car, I can tell you, I don't think I would be me. So because I love it so much, I want everyone to hear it. So I was just thinking, maybe my accent would. Oh, all right. Tell him I said hi. I'm busy. It's like because into Danya Yanguka, I just thought could the doti munwe science where Saka, Kuma Sydney. Wow, thank you. You know what? I'm actually going to do the audio myself. I never thought of it that way at all. I was more keen on everyone being able to hear me because I always assume that I've got this very unique accent, and that would probably like be a put off, and probably like I don't know what I thought actually. So yeah, thank you. Ooh, so does anyone else want to be added in certain does anyone else want to be added? And before I add anybody else who wants to be added, right? I would like to thank each and every one of you who came to listen to my story, right? I'm hoping that my story gave you some sort of hope with whatever situation you're dealing with, or I don't know. I'm hoping that I've spoken to somebody out there and you've managed to identify with something or learned something from it or realize something as well. Like I said, be patient with each other, get to know people, be patient with me. Maybe I might be a bit conventional for you guys sometimes or whatever it is, but you don't know my story. And then if you see me win, please don't be mad because you don't know where I've come from. Like they say, maybe if you understood my pain, you'd understand my praise. So when I praise, please praise with me because you don't know how far I've walked. And you know what? When I see you praise, I'll also praise with you because I don't know your pain. I don't know what you dealt with before. You had to, be to win and come out the other side. So thank you very much. I suppose nobody else wants to be added. And, guys, for those who I made emotional and everything like that, please forgive me. I had to share my story because, like I said, if I say my message for 2018 is get to know people, I will be a hypocrite if I don't then allow you guys to get to know me. So, from me, the girl who once slept in a police cell because she chose to love, to you guys, with whatever your story is, be blessed. Okay, Sis Carol Masizi was typed Ed, so I'm going to add her quickly. It's adding right now. I don't know, can you see it? I've sent you a request. Iri kuramba kuku Ed Masiziwa. Iributi can't bring you on camera. I don't know why. I'm trying again. Iri kuramba Masiziwa. I don't know why. I think Yaneta and this you. Yeah. I'm trying again. Iringoti adding. Saga. I mean, kufamba say. Masiziwa, are you receiving my request? Because if you're receiving my request, maybe you're better off dropping my request and canceling every request you've sent me, and then I'll send you a brand new one. Maybe to work that way. Because when I go to send you a request back, it told us that I should approve you. So I've approved 3 times now so far, and it keeps saying editing. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, so let me then. I know what to do. I'm going to send a random person an invite, right? Just so that, right? Kudama Haso, I'll send you an invite. You don't have to come on the video. Can you just click it and then drop it right away? Because then I think it will help cancel the panel. Or maybe I'll turn off. Okay, right. It's not working again. Oh man. Right, masizwa chimboyedza kundi edemi and it. Can you see your green icon? Are you able to add me? Should it be Terry masizwa? Are you able to add me? Oh, bless. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Maybe next time, Wakuma Wangu, maybe next time I've added you. I have added you. Yes, it does say you've added me, right? And right now, I've approved, and it's rolling. It keeps saying it's adding, but nothing is coming. Can you see my? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Wakum. And is zero at all. Another option would be if you are able to get out of this live, like get out of it completely and then come back on. I think it's a good idea if you get out and then come back on. I think it will help if you get out and come back on. Could it move a might reintroduce again and then try and aid you that way as well. If you've been able to do that, if you've been able to get out and then you come back on. Network. Oh yeah, it could be a network situation actually. It could be a network problem. I'm so sorry, Wakoma. It's not working. We can try again another time. I'm sorry. It's not working because I really would want to talk to you as well. Caroline Masiziwa, she's so supportive. She's a lovely woman. She would support anyone who's doing anything positive. She supports me. And to her, I was just a stranger. And now she's become, somebody that I know for sure that, supports and raises the flag for me. I really appreciate your support as well. And hi, Maiwadzi. Hi, Maiwadzi. How you doing? If it's going around, is the network. Oh, okay. So answer is if it's going around, is the network. So anyway, guys, just to round off, like I said, whatever situation you're going through, be able to identify your blessing within the situation, right? Maybe your blessing is exactly what you think is your problem. Don't just call something your problem just because you haven't got your head around it, right? Be able to identify your blessing. Don't compromise on the things that you feel very strongly for. Don't settle as well. Because, if you settle, then you deprive yourself. Like, had I settled, I would have deprived myself of peace of mind. I remember one of the things that this guy had asked me was, what is your problem? Sure. You can forgive me, and that was what I will never cheat on you. So what's your problem? And I said to him, you know what? My problem is this. I am such a free spirit. I have got a lot of peace of mind. I'm never that kind of girl that will check on a man's phone to see within the phone. I'm not that person. Nope. You won't find me with your phone. No. I'm not that person that worries good. Oh, you finish work at 7, so how come it's 9 o'clock and you're not home? I'm not that kind of person. I believe that for me to get the best out of a partner, out of a friend and stuff, is to allow them to be themselves, right? So I don't want to be that girl that's going to turn around and worry about where you've been. I don't want to worry when I see you being friends with women. I don't want to be that person. And that's exactly what I'm going to be if I stay with you. That's one of the reasons why I cannot be with you, because I love me too much to change just because of you. And because the trust is broken when you don't trust somebody, the trust is broken anyway. So I told him, there's no trust between us. I don't trust you. I don't even know. I don't want to be that girl I want to be free. I want to be free. I want to love freely, and I don't want to worry about whether you're still feeling me, or whether you're, every time you smile when you look at your phone, whether it's somebody who's chatting you up. I want you to be able to smile on your phone because you're laughing. I want to be able to be happy with somebody, not worry about whether they're stepping out on me. And I'm that person. I'm that kind of person. If I am your partner, right, rest assured, right, I want you to be the best version of yourself so that I can get the best out of you, right? So sometimes it works good ways. Sometimes people appreciate it. They're mature enough to know it. And sometimes people don't appreciate it. So I'm also still not worried about dropping them if they take advantage, if they think that, me giving them that leeway to be able to do whatever they can do on whatever it means that, they can actually be disrespectful. But at the same time, I'm not a person who's controlling at all. I'm not. You can be whoever you want to be. In fact, like my current partner, I force him to go out. I force him to go out on a boys' night out or whatever it is. I hate seeing him moping around in the house for too long and stuff. So I'm too free to be with somebody who it was to have been with somebody was unpredictable anyway. And whatever it is, let me tell you something as well before I go, right? There's this stigma that comes with starting over, right? That's madness, right? You start over as many times as you like, okay? It doesn't mean just because you're with one person, right? You're gonna be stuck with and putting up with their randomness or the way they don't appreciate your love or the way they don't see you or whatever it is. No, start over a few times, whatever you want to do. And we can't hear. Maybe you can't even hear me because my network as well. So anyway, guys, I love you. I love you with the love of God. And some of you, I know you personally, so I actually love you personally because I know your personalities. But I love you with the love of God, and I love you with the love that I should give to anybody because everyone deserves love. So thank you for the love hearts. Thank you for the kindness. Thank you for the interaction. I am going to love and leave you. So from the girl who was left in the middle of the motorway, pregnant and alone, from the girl who slept in the police cell because she chose to love freely, to all of you, keep loving and identify your blessing. And when you do, you hold on to that. I love you too, guys. I'm just going to give like 30 seconds if anyone is typing anything, because sometimes I notice that when I drop the live, I'm comment or something. So I am going to give it about 30 seconds, then I'm gone. This is a challenge. I can't be quiet for 30 seconds when I can talk. I can't. I need grace. I need the grace to be quiet, even if I can talk. Anyway, guys, I love you, and I'm hungry. So let me go and see what's there for dinner. I speak to you guys later. Oh my God, the love hearts are coming. So I'm just going to sit back and take it in. You know, like how I was saying, be able to take in a compliment. So I have to sit back and just allow these love hearts to come in and take it in. Right. Thank you, guys. God bless. Be blessed.